Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer channel episode, and in today's episode we are going to be doing another article review and critique. And this article comes courtesy of the Daily Mail Online, which was uploaded for the female section. It was written by Hugo Daniel and published on the 25th of March 2018. And the headline reads, Meghan Markle's reclusive father will fly from his retirement community in Mexico to walk her down the aisle. And we have a photograph, a paparazzi taken photograph of Thomas Markle. So let's read and see what evidence they have for proof of saying that he will walk Meghan down the aisle. Now, usually it is tradition that the father will always walk the bride down the aisle. So in my mind, I've always thought that he will. But obviously these sorts of details are not official details to be released. So let's see how the writer of this article knows for sure that he definitely will. It says, Tom Markle will walk his daughter down the aisle when she marries Prince Harry. There had been months of speculation on whether the 73-year-old would attend. Close friend says the retired Hollywood lighting director is excited about the big day. Well, again, close friend, source, inside source, an insider, that kind of thing, you can never take as official information. It could be a story being made up and concocted just to get views. And of course, the likelihood is that he will walk her down the aisle anyway. So let's move on. And there we see Tom Markle, or Thomas Markle. It says, Meghan Markle's reclusive father will walk her down the aisle, a close friend has told the Mail on Sunday. After months of speculation about whether the retired Hollywood lighting director Tom Markle will be by his daughter's side in Windsor Castle, one of his closest confidants last night confirmed he will. Well, of course, a close confidant is not an official yes or no of whether he will. So let's just bear that in mind throughout the reading of this article. And Kensington Palace has been told that the 73-year-old will be flying in for the ceremony from Mexico, where he lives in a sleepy retirement community. He's very excited about it, says the friend. He's very close to her, and he's very happy. All the pressure had been hard on him, and he's just trying to stay out of the limelight. The woman also said Mr. Markle does not know what he will wear on the big day, adding the royal family controls that. We're not sure. She declined to be named, but after being pictured sharing a pizza with Mr. Markle at a local restaurant last week, denied that she was romantically involved with Harry's future father-in-law. Okay, trying to cook up a little bit of gossip there. So they've revealed that the source is actually a female and somebody that he was photographed with. So again, we have to take this information with a pinch of salt. It could be made up or it could be genuine, but whichever way we want to look at it, was always going to be likely that he would walk her down the aisle anyway. Mr. Markle has not yet met the prince, and it is not known when he will. But his friend said he likes Harry, he thinks he's very much a gentleman, and he's looking forward to the wedding. It had been rumoured that Meghan could break with convention and have both her father and her mother Doria walk her down the aisle on May the 19th. That's the first I've heard of that one, and I definitely do not think that will be the case. It will be one person or the other, either her mother, Doria, or her father, or maybe even another male relative. Doria, 61, met Harry at last year's Invictus Games in Toronto, and the prince has described her as amazing. Tom and Doria, who is a social worker, divorced when Meghan was 6, and she had subsequently been closer to her mother. A family force said, Meghan sees more of her mother because Tom leads such a quiet life, but she adores both her parents. Well, why wouldn't she? It would surprise no one if she had both her mother and father accompany her. Well, it would surprise me, because that is not done. It's always ever been one or the other or a close relative who's done it. So I don't think that that will be the case. Tom has said from the start that he wants to walk her down the aisle, and that has never changed. Well, there we go. And that confirms my suspicions. It would likely be the case that he would walk her down the aisle. The Mail on Sunday spoke to Mr. Markle outside his seafront bungalow yesterday. A bit of paparazzi stalking, I think, going on there. He confirmed the woman who spoke to this newspaper was a good friend, but nothing more. I have no girlfriend, he added. Have a good day, man. Okay, So we can actually say now, if they are directly quoting him as saying that the woman who spoke as a close friend is actually genuine, then we can actually now confirm that that source is probably likely to be true and accurate. So it just basically confirms what I've been thinking for a very, very, very long time, in that Meghan will follow the usual wedding traditions and have her father walk her down the aisle, and why wouldn't she? He met the young mum, an American, in the street when she was with her 10-year-old daughter. He told me how cute she is and that he misses his kids. My daughter reminded him of when his kids were little. Mr. Markle, who moved to Rosarito Beach in Mexico after being declared bankrupt in 2016, has previously called Harry and Meghan a very good match, saying it's wonderful, I'm very happy for them. Last week, the wedding invitations were finally sent out. The Mail on Sunday understands that the guest list includes British stars, including the Beckhams, international figures such as Canadian Premier Justin Trudeau, and close friends from the US, including designer Misha Nonu. And that is the end of the article. Okay, so that was the end of the previous article. Now I'm going to combine two articles into one video in this case, because they kind of cover the same kind of topics. This article, for the Daily Mail Online again, was by Unity Blot and published on the 25th of March 2018. The headline says, How Prince Harry forged a close relationship with Thomas Markle and calls his future father-in-law regularly to discuss his wedding to Meghan. Well, that ties in with the previous article I read, which said that Harry and Thomas had never actually met. So it seems like, just from the headline alone, that they have been keeping in touch and getting to know each other over the phone, which, you know, probably seems an okay thing to do. Maybe even Skype was involved. Who knows? There are so many ways of keeping in touch these days. Harry is believed to have struck up a close relationship with Thomas Markle Sr. The pair have reportedly never met but enjoy regular phone conversations. Friend of Thomas has claimed he will walk his daughter down the aisle on May the 19th, which is what we've just read about. He has already won over his future mother-in-law, and now it seems Prince Harry is working his magic on Meghan's father too. The prince has reportedly struck up a close bond with Thomas Markle and been making regular phone calls to discuss their upcoming nuptials. Laurie Davis, a friend of Thomas, told the Daily Mirror, talk that Harry had upset Tom with comments about their family aren't true. He thinks Harry's a great guy. He couldn't have wished for a better son-in-law. The latest reports appear to contradict claims that Meghan and Thomas have lost contact and that he will not be invited to the royal wedding on May the 19th. Well, I never thought that they had lost contact. I mean, that was always, I think, quite a vicious rumour. And going back to the previous article where Thomas had said via his friend that he didn't know what he was going to wear, that's all being taken care by the palace. I can quite believe that, because obviously he's probably just sent them his current measurements, probably just agreed to have them sort it out, because Meghan knows what she wants, and he'll probably, you know, go over a little bit in advance to have a fitting and make sure that everything fits okay. Laurie, a 38-year-old mother of one, explained he doesn't plan on not going to the wedding. Out of respect, Tom says little, but I can't imagine him not being invited. He'd love to walk her down the aisle. She also refuted claims that Thomas's limp would prevent him from walking his daughter down the aisle, insisting it is little more than a slight limp. It comes after the Mail on Sunday spoke to a friend of Thomas about the wedding, who said he's very excited about it. He's very close to Meghan and he's very happy. All the pressure had been hard on him, trying to stay out of the limelight. And I think the rest of the article is kind of what we've already just read. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about these two articles. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. So from me in Shropshire, goodbye.